But this one is going to go to the Dutchman. It's all over. Final score, Union College 3, Michigan State 1. The first season as head coach for Tom Anastas is in the record books. Not the finish that any of the Spartans had anticipated, but still, when you look back at the season, a good, solid effort all season long by Michigan State. Could come back, get a first-round bye, and qualify for the NCAA tournament. That is a major turnaround.
Well, it is. Right now, it stings. But as that sting starts to wear off a little bit, you will look back on the season as a success. Same thing. Nobody expected us to do anything this year, especially not make the NCAA playoffs, yet here we are in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
And so we lost the game to a very good team. I thought that, the difference was they took advantage of some mistakes that we made, and they scored. And on some real good opportunities that we had, we weren't able to do that. Real proud of our guys. We made a big jump this year from when we started to where we are today. It obviously hurts a lot. I feel for everybody sitting in the dressing room, especially the seniors who poured their heart into, helping as we transitioned. And they really helped both lead and lay a foundation for us to do lots of great stuff in the future. So I'm real proud of the guys.
Well, I think the build-up, coming into the NCAA tournament was huge. I mean, it was something that we as players and we as a program had strived towards for a long time. I mean, obviously we hadn't been there for a bit. So it meant a lot to all of us as a whole to get back there and, to put Michigan State hockey back on the map.
First off, making the tournament was a big step for us just because I remember Coach saying that, at the beginning of the year, I don't think there was many people that thought that we would even be in the run for having a bid at the tournament. So getting there was definitely a big confidence booster for us because it showed us that we had the potential to be contending for national championships.
Many people, I'm sure, did not have an expectation of our team getting into the NCAA tournament field, and yet we had that expectation all along.
It kind of gave us that, especially for the returning players coming back, it gave us that confidence to know that if we work hard, we can compete for national championships. And it was one of those things where all the hard work that we put into it all last season kind of paid off in a way for us.
Obviously, it was a bit of a disappointment the way that it ended. It was a frustrating game to play, but the feeling going into the tournament, the buzz around it, around campus, I mean, it was second to none. It really meant a lot to us, the way the university got behind us, and the overall experience was a very pleasant one.
I think the most important part was our team recognized how hard we had to work, how committed we had to be for the time period that it takes to compete at an elite level.
I mean, there's a new standard here, and that has to do with, attacking, always attacking, and but I think the biggest thing is just to do everything with all-out effort and keep your attitude, focus on the goal.
This summer and into the fall has just been a continuation of that building process, and we have lost a lot of players last year, 9 seniors, and we lost Tori Krug as well, and so we've got a lot of new faces in the locker room. So a lot of our time over the summer and in the fall has been making sure that the newcomers understand our philosophy and how Michigan State needs to play in order to be successful.
While we made progress last season, you have to make progress constantly, and we are a new team, and we are introducing a lot of new players into our team. So we're realistic that we're a program in transition and our team is in transition, but that's where we expect to be.
The confidence that we gained from the national tournament experience last year translated into off-season because guys kind of knew what it took in the off-season workouts, what we had to work towards, and instead of kind of going out there with just a generic view of what we had to do, we were able to zero in on the things that were contributing to making us better.
We're all just chomping at the bit, you know, to get back on the ice and start playing games and start being competitive again. So I think with Coach's mentality about, you know, working to get a little bit better every day, I think guys took that to heart, you know, whether they went home or whether they stayed on campus. You know, I think everybody was working extremely hard to make sure that when they came back, they'd come back in the best shape possible. And then with the team building that we did with the Navy SEALs, and that just reiterates everything that, you know, we focus on as a program and as a team. And I mean, it did wonders for our team building.
I'm anticipating that the league will probably be as competitive as it's ever been in its history, which is kind of ironic when you consider it's the last year of the league. That's all I know is the CCHA. Obviously, I'm familiar with other leagues, but having played in the league, having coached in the league, having been an administrator in the league, and of course in that role you see it from a completely different perspective. There's been lots of hours and lots of heartache and lots of hard work put in by so many people into the CCHA. So, you know, while it's the last year, it's going away, I'd prefer to look back on it as you know, a tremendous impact that it's had on me and so many people, and really celebrate all the terrific things that the CCHA has done over the years. And while it's going away, appreciate what we had while we had it.
Well, this has been a great league, and so, you know, to celebrate the legacy of this league is very important. You think about the championship teams, the amount of players that this league has produced and sent off to the NHL, the rivalries that have been fun to watch, you know, amongst this league. This league has done some great things and has been a leader in, you know, the entire country in terms of college hockey.
And I have a little bit of mixed emotions about this being the last year of the CCHA. I think that the Big Ten is going to be one of the best things that's ever happened to college hockey. And on the other hand, I'm a little sad to see some of the traditional rivalries that have developed in the CCHA and might not be played on a yearly basis, but I'm sure they'll meet again, and those things will be renewed.
I grew up, you know, watching CCHA hockey, so being able to be part of the last season of the CCHA, it's a huge honor for me, and I want to do everything I can to go out in the best shape possible.
The CCHA is a storied league, and it's a big part of the NCAA hockey community. To be a part of the last season is a big deal, and hopefully we can play hard enough to bring home the last CCHA title.
But to be able to be part of the last season and to be able to accomplish, you know, the things that we've set out to accomplish in the last season of the CCHA, it means a great deal to us, as it does to everybody else.
Hopefully we have put ourselves in a position where we could legitimately compete for that, and wouldn't that be a special thing if you could somehow find a way to win that last Mason Cup?
It'd be an absolute dream come true. I mean, being able to look back 20 years from now, 30 years from now, and seeing your name on a banner, I mean, it would mean the world to anybody. So it's something that, you know, you have to take the small steps every day. So hopefully, you know, as a collective group, we can achieve that goal at the end of the season.